Okay, hi guys, and welcome to this super quick review of the Topping DX7 Pro. I'm going to say this is going to be a super quick review because when it comes to amps and DACs, I find them really boring because I just want them to do one specific task, and that is amplify my headphones distortion free and provide me with a background on which my headphones can produce the music. Once you've got good source files, then you want good decoding and amplification, and you really don't want this to get in your way. The DAC should just be very inobtrusive, and this is a ES9038 Pro Sabre, which has got is well loved and much renowned in the community for its excellent unobtrusive performance. When we're talking about like reviewing something like this versus a DAP, with the DAP, I've got to talk about the software, I've got to talk about the speed of the system, I've got to talk about battery life, I've got to talk about, the overall construction and all that other stuff. It takes a lot more time. So when you see a review going to be as short as this, it's just basically because this is just good. This is just really, really good. It's really unobtrusive, and it just does its job super well. So the three things that I would say when it comes to an amp and DAC that you want to do is you want to have some sort of control over the system. This one is the only failing point. I say it works perfectly fine, but I prefer to have buttons on the front just because when I'm using something like this, it's going to be off to the side here while I'm working on the computer. So I like to just reach over and touch some stuff. This doesn't have that, so you have the remote. The remote itself is really plasticky, whereas that's industrial but very beautifully made, super sturdy piece of metal. It's fine as an input method. It works. I don't get any dropouts, and it works from across the other side of the room, so that's fine. It's not the greatest point. I would prefer to have controls, but obviously you're going to pay a higher price for that. The second point would be connections, and the third point would be the sound. Once you do all three of those things correctly, then you have a good amp and DAC, and that's exactly what it is. Connection wise, you get your headphone out ports. Around the back you have a dual balanced XLR connector set. That's I can't tell you how good that is. That is something I use a lot, and I really like that it's included in here. It has coaxial Bluetooth. Bluetooth, I've not used it yet, but it has a Bluetooth 5.0, LDAC support, all that good stuff. It has left-right channel outputs. It has optical in, USB in. It's just every connector that you would really want when you're using your headphones. It's got it, unless you're like super geeky. Supports 32-bit, 768 kilohertz DSD USB DAC. It's really well made. It's really heavy. The bottom side, even like little things like this, they have dampened rubber feet here. Something that is just personally useful to me. Like if I'm going to stick this on my hi-fi stack with my full-size speakers, which I sometimes do have an amp on there, specifically for headphones, these little feet stop it vibrating the whole system. Not that it matters just now because my entire setup over here is in a tile room, so that's kind of defeating the purpose. The screen's good and bright. I really like the volume pot on here. It's when you swipe it fast, it seems to have like an inertia controller or something like that, where you can get to the volume you want really fast, but then if you hear, you can do really fine little micro adjustments as well. So that's it, guys. It's got really low distortion. It is a completely back black background onto which your music can be painted. It has great power to drive almost any headphone. Well, almost every headphone is driving every single headphone I throw at it. It's just a good solid piece of equipment, and at $599, $700, it's great value. This is a no-brainer. Super high-end sound, doesn't get in the way, drives your headphones to their full potential, has great connectivity, inputs and outputs, and it's built like it's going to last a couple of millennium. So yeah, highly recommend this one right now. And I'm going to go on and I'm going to get into some actual headphone reviews now, because amp and DAC reviews are a little bit boring for me. But usually I wouldn't do something like this, but I was just impressed with it. So something you like, give it a shout, and thanks very much for watching.